For the materials, you will need around 2 yards of any Jumbo 7 Chunky Chenille yarn. I'll be using my own brand, which is the Chunky Knit Corner Soft and Snuggly yarns, but you can use whichever brand you want. You will also need 3 pieces 4 inches long, green Chunky Chenille yarn. Of course, you will need scissors and stick. Start off by creating a chain. Leave around 1-inch tail, then cross your working yarn over to the left. Insert your fingers through the loop, grab your working yarn and pull it through. Now you just created your first chain. Insert your fingers through the loop, grab your working yarn and pull it through. Now you have 2 chains. We're gonna knit through the top loop of our second chain, like so. Then knit through the top loop of your first chain. Now you have 2 loops. Flip your project upside down, then knit through the bottom loop of your first chain. Then knit through the bottom loop of your second chain right here. Now you have 4 loops. We're going to knit 4 for 2 more rows. Try to knit as tight as possible. This is to avoid big gaps in between our stitches. Next, trim the tail of your foundation chain so it's out of the way. Then, we are going to knit our first 2 loops together. Cross your right loop on top of your left loop, then knit through both. Next, we're gonna knit our next 2 loops together. Cross your right loop on top of your left loop, then knit through both. Now you have 2 loops. Next, knit 2 for 3 more rows. Next, we're gonna knit both loops together. Just like that. Then leave around 4 inches tail, then cut your yarn. Insert the tail through your last loop. Then gently pull it through until it's snug. Then we're just gonna tie the tail to some of the stitches here. Then weave in the tail through some of the, I'm sorry for the bad angle, for the through some of the stitches here. Just gonna weave in through that stitch. And then tuck the remaining tail inside. I'm gonna use my stick here to help push the yarn in. just like that. Next is the leaves. So grab your green yarns, then we're gonna insert it through the loops here at the very top. This is actually our beginning loops earlier. So insert your yarn through some of the loops there, and then tie a knot 2 times. 1, 2. And I'm basically gonna do the same thing for the other 2 green yarns. I'm just gonna insert it through some of the loops here, and then tie a knot 2 times. I have 1 more yarn, green yarn, so I'm just gonna do the same thing. Now our carrot plushie is all done. This is super cute, especially if you're gonna pair it with a bunny, or this could be a great addition to your Easter basket. So I hope you give it a try, and if you post on your social media accounts, please don't forget to tag us at Chunky Knit Corner.